Hello, this is Betty Herbert for Hope and Anchor, and this week I'm going to show you how to set up a really nice simple email template in Mailchimp which carries your branding, and also how to generate a campaign that will email your fans, your followers, whenever you update your blog. So very useful things. I'm going to start by going to my templates. I'm on the Mailchimp dashboard, which you'll get as soon as you log in. And I'm going to start from scratch because I don't already have a template saved. Now Mailchimp gives you lots of lovely options for really elegant emails. I'm going for the simplest one here because it's only going to carry an RSS campaign and I don't want to be fiddling with it. So I'm going to click on Customise. Now there's a great deal of tinkering you can do here if you have the time and patience with things like colour schemes. But for me, I'm just going to go for the most simple option. I'm going to press edit where it says insert your image here, and all I want to do is include my Hope and Anchor logo, so I'm going to upload that. Now the size of this is about 1000 pixels by 288, so if you want something that you know is going to fit, I suggest you rescale to around about that size. It's the size of our web banner as well. I'm clicking save and hopefully it will appear in the preview any second now. There we go, lovely. So I like this personally. I think it's nice and simple. You can add text to this, you can do lots of other things. That's as far as I'm going today, and that will be enough for you to remind people of who you are when they receive an email from you. Now there's a couple of other things I want to change on this template. First of all, follow on Twitter, friend on Facebook. If you want people to be able to click through those links and actually do that, you're going to need to populate it with information. So I've edited, I'm highlighting the follow on Twitter link, pressing the link button, and into that goes my, I'm in caps lock, never mind, goes my Twitter URL. So that's just twitter.com/your Twitter handle. Okay, that's all done. Hope and Anchor don't actually have a Facebook at the moment, so I'm going to delete that, but if you wanted to do that, it's a similar principle, and the forward to the friend, you don't need to change anything on. So I've saved, that takes me back, and the only other thing I suggest you might want to edit is this box here. Now in this box, don't worry about the fact that it looks like code. Mailchimp will populate that with information and it asserts your copyright, which is great. But the other information it puts in automatically is your address. Now if you're an individual like I am, you might not want your home address going out with every mail out that you send. So I just delete that and it should be updating now. Brilliant. I can use the pop-up preview to have a look. Just expand that box so you can see how your email will look. Obviously this information will be completed by Mailchimp. I think that looks really elegant. Okay, so remember when you've done that, once you're happy with it, to go to the top and press save and exit. And I'm going to name my template Hope and Anchor Header. You can name yours whatever you like. Okay, I'm going to exit to my templates. And you can see here that Mailchimp lets me edit my template whenever I want or simply delete it. Okay, so now I'm going to set up my RSS campaign. I'm going back to the dashboard and then on to create campaign. Now just to inform you really, the regular old campaign in Mailchimp's very homey language is the kind of email that you would send out to your mailing list which you'd write manually. So if you had information that wasn't going on your blog, so for example you had a book to promote, you would write a custom-made email to send out to your subscriber list. We're going to use an RSS driven campaign. Now what an RSS campaign does is it lets Mailchimp identify when you've updated your blog, and it will send out an email to your followers to give them the new blog post that you've put on. Now this is based on a technology called RSS, which in very layman's terms, which is about all I understand, is a way for your blog to speak to other programs to tell them when your blog has been updated. Now to do that you need to find your feed URL. Now for most blogs that will be your normal web address /feed. Okay, and if you want to check that, you can put it into an RSS validator like this one, validator.w3.org/feed. I'm just going to paste my URL into there and press check. And it tells me that that's a proper RSS feed, so I know that that will work when I use it for Mailchimp. So I'm just going to post that in again into Mailchimp. There we are. And then you have a choice to make. So you can either send out, if you select the everyday option, it won't send an email every day unless you've posted. So every time you write a post, that post will arrive in the inboxes of the people who subscribe to your blog. Now that sounds all well and good, but if you post more than once a week, it can get a bit annoying if you're emailing people all the time. People can feel a bit bombarded and they're more likely to unfollow you. So if you're an irregular poster, great, go for every day. If you're a regular poster, I would select instead every week. Now what happens with every week is that Mailchimp will then compile your posts into one email. So what will happen on the receiver end is that they'll get an email with a list of links to the posts you've written. What's great about that is that unlike the native WordPress software, they then have to click through onto your blog to read the full post. So you're actually still driving traffic to your blog, whereas the native WordPress version of this just means that people read it in an email. They're less likely to comment, but also it's not formatted the same way that it's formatted on your blog. So I like this better because it actually lands people on my blog. I've selected every week and I get to choose the day it lands. Everyone will have an opinion on this and it might depend on the day you tend to post. For me, I want something near the end of the week. The time, this says Eastern Greenland time, I'm not sure how that relates to my UK time. Doesn't matter too much because once again it's going into people's inboxes, they're not going to miss it. So I'm going to say Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm going to save and exit. And it's actually as simple as that. That's my RSS campaign created. So you can see here, this is the campaign set up under the campaigns part of the Mailchimp dashboard. From now on, every time I update the blog on hopeandanchor.co.uk, hopeandanchorwriting.co.uk, I should say, the people who've signed up to my subscribers list will get an email in their inbox. Thanks very much.